Most people think World War II began in 1939. But that's only the official start. The truth is, World War II began the very moment World War I ended. A war meant to end all wars instead planted the seeds for something far worse. A broken peace, a wounded nation, and a world that didn't learn, only punished. This is the untold chain of events that connected two world wars. And how the end of one war created the perfect storm for the next. This is the story of how World War I created World War II. Chapter 1, The End of WW1, 1918 A Broken Victory. World War I ended on November 11, 1918. The guns went silent. Soldiers cheered. And Europe, which had bled for 4 long years, finally began to breathe again. But that breath was shallow and short-lived. Germany had surrendered, but not in the way people think. Its cities weren't occupied. Its military hadn't been crushed in its own borders. Many Germans felt they hadn't lost on the battlefield, but were betrayed at home. This belief would come to be known as the stab-in-the-back myth. It claimed that traitors, Jews, communists, and corrupt politicians, had surrendered too early. This idea poisoned the German public and would later become a core weapon for Nazi propaganda. Chapter 2, The Treaty of Versailles, 1919 A Dangerous Peace. 6 months after the war ended, the victors gathered in France to make peace. But what they created was a time bomb. The Treaty of Versailles, signed in June 1919, was designed to punish Germany, not rebuild it. Here's what it did. Article 231 forced Germany to accept full responsibility for the war. Territory loss, 13% of land, including Alsace-Lorraine and key industrial zones. Colonies, all taken away and given to allied nations. Military limits, Germany's army reduced to just 100,000 soldiers, no tanks, no air force. Reparations, billions in payments, which crippled Germany's economy. Humiliation, Germany wasn't even allowed at the negotiation table. To France and Britain, this was justice. To Germany, it was national humiliation. The treaty didn't just end WW1, it lit the fuse for WW2. Chapter 3, Weimar Germany, a nation in crisis. With the monarchy gone, Germany became a republic, the Weimar Republic, a democratic experiment in a country that had never known democracy. But it was born in chaos. The early 1920s brought hyperinflation so extreme that people burned money for heat. Unemployment that left families starving. Violent uprisings from both the far left and far right. A shattered sense of national pride. And all the while, the Treaty of Versailles loomed over everything. Germans didn't just suffer, they suffered with blame. Into this mess stepped new voices. Angry voices. Dangerous voices. Firecracker Chapter 4, The Rise of Extremism, Enter, Adolf Hitler. One of those voices was a former soldier named Adolf Hitler. He joined a small nationalist party in Munich, the German Workers' Party, which he soon transformed into the National Socialist German Workers' Party, the Nazis. His message was simple. Germany had been betrayed. The Treaty of Versailles was a crime. Jews and communists were to blame. Only a strong leader could restore Germany. In 1923, he tried to seize power by force in the beer hall putsch. He failed, and went to jail. But in prison, he wrote Mein Kampf, a blueprint for future destruction. The world ignored it. Germany forgot it. But Hitler hadn't stopped planning. Moneybag Chapter 5, The Great Depression, Hitler's Golden Chance. Then came 1929, and the Great Depression. Stock markets crashed. Banks failed. The world fell into economic darkness. And Germany, already fragile, collapsed. Factories closed. Hunger returned. People were desperate. And in that desperation, Hitler's words began to make sense to the masses. He promised jobs, strength, revenge. And in 1933, the German people made him chancellor. Democracy was over. And the road to World War II had officially begun.